Infinite love, beautiful people. Welcome back to a new inquiry. Today we will inquire. Should you be guided? Should I, have a guidance from someone that will help us to reach some goal or to be free? Let us inquire together into this. And by the end of video, if you stay with me, if you inquire deeply, if you give attention, you will see for yourself what is really needed to be done. So let's get started. Should you be guided? What is even guidance? The guidance is when someone gives you pointers, or should I say, someone leads you through the life and show you what you have to do, what you don't have to do, without really deeply showing you, or for you to understand deeply why should you do that. The good example of this is, of course, religion. Every religion is guiding its followers. So it gives them some kind of principles to do and to follow. And they explain it vaguely. Do not kill, do not steal, but never gives you a deep explanation of why. And even if you have that explanation, if you do not see for yourself truly, deeply, why is it important not to kill and not to steal, you will do it anyway. To find out what the guidance really does to our brain and to whole human society, we have to observe the whole human mankind and one specific human being, you yourself or me. This relationship with the whole human mankind is very, very important for this, because the whole human mankind, it was always limited, it was always conditioned. And this conditioned has created individuals that are saying, I am lost. And then they always search for guidance, because it is easier when someone helps you, gives you a hand to stand up. And seeing in the world, when we work together, when we cooperate together, we have also transferred that into our psyche, into our psychology. And we have started to believe that guidance from someone can help us to dissolve the mess that we have created inside of our head. But that is really not possible, because only you know how to deal with the mess that is inside of your head, with the problems that you have created. You can maybe find similarities with some other human beings, and it can help you, but it will never allow you to be completely free from the human consciousness. So if you want to be free from the human consciousness and to know why the guidance is bad, we have to observe the relationship between a human being and a child. When you have a child and a parents who are guiding their children whole life, who are doing everything for them, who are showing them that the fire is dangerous, but not explaining them why it is dangerous. They just say, don't touch the fire, it is dangerous, it will burn you. So they are trying actually to create safety inside of the child, but in doing that, they are taking something very important from the child, and that is ability to have a sharp mind, to question everything, not to accept what the parents say as good or bad, but to test it, to see. But in doing that, the child becomes very attached to his family, to his father, to his mother. And you will say, well, attachment is good. No, attachment is not good. Love is good. Attachment is never good. When you are attached to someone, you always need them because it makes you feel good. Not that you want to help them because you love them, but because attachment isolates ego, and this attachment allows you to feel good when you are with someone. But what if, instead of guiding their children all the time, the parents would take another approach, and that approach would be inquire with the child, explain, question together with the child, asking questions so the child can see the answer for itself. For example, if the fire is burning, and instead of telling them, don't touch the fire, it's dangerous, you would approach the child and ask him, do you think that this fire is dangerous? come close with the hand to the fire. Not completely, but little closer. And you see the fire is warm. So go a little bit more closer to the fire. Then the child will see, if the hand comes even closer to the fire, it will start to hurt. And then the child receives complete insight what the fire is. And you don't have to tell the child never again in your life, don't touch the fire, because it knows that the fire is not to be touched. So it sees for itself. So if you are creating this kind of relationship with the child and the parents, this child is not attached to its parents, but actually deeply loves them. And this child becomes free. It becomes able to go through a life questioning everything. It has a sharp mind. It is completely able to stand alone and also to have beautiful relationship with other human beings. It doesn't follow anyone in this world, and it does not create authority, which is very important. So this child becomes free from the human consciousness. Now let's apply all of this same to a principle of a master and a pupil. If you have a master, you need someone to tell you what to do, always. So you need someone to tell you that your problems will fade away, and you become attached to a master. So this blocks the ability inside of you to see that you are also master. So every one of us is the master and also the pupil, because you have to learn from yourself. But when you are guided by someone, then you completely lose the ability to look for yourself, to observe for yourself, to learn from yourself. So what if, instead of doing all of this, you start to inquire with someone? That means you question with an open mind. You observe. You do not accept what I say or discard, but you say, let me take a look. Maybe there is truth in it, maybe there is not. We will find out together. We will see. The moment you see the danger in thinking, for example, you do not think. If I say to you right now, thinking is bad for you, do not think all the time, you will say, well, maybe if you really respect me, you will try it, but you will never understand why the thinking is bad. All the time, of course. But when you have an insight, what the danger of thinking all the time is, when you see what it actually does to your brain, to your life, to your mind, to your relationship with other human beings, you never again do it. The difference between guidance and questioning and inquiring together is massive. When you have someone to guide you, there is always someone who is master and there is the follower. So the whole human mankind becomes like a small child that is needed to be guided. And the problem is, this child do not want to let go of the parents, do not want to become equal as the parents. It always wants to stay in protection of the parent, of the master. But when you are going together with the master, when you are pointing, when one is pointing and the other one is looking, then you see that you are equal. And this equality allows them to meet together as two human beings, as two masters and as two pupils. When you are able to look for yourself, to observe, to listen, to give attention in your life, then you are able to learn from yourself without thinking inside of your head, without constantly comparing, without feeling need to be guided, without need to create attachment. And then your mind opens to intelligence, to love and compassion, and you are able to share your love with everything even more. So as always, try this for yourself. Really try it. Do it again with me in this video. Together we will observe and question this again. Thank you for inquiring, and until next video. infinite love.